Welcome friends. In today's lecture we are going to learn about problems on Kirchhoff equations. So let us solve the problems on the Kirchhoff equations. In previous lecture we have derived the Kirchhoff equation delta H2 minus delta H1 upon T2 minus T1, which is equal to delta H by delta T at constant pressure, which is equal to delta Cp. Okay. Here delta H stands for the heat of reaction, T stands for the temperature, and Cp, okay, stands for the specific heat capacity at constant pressure. So let us discuss first problem. Calculate the heat of formation of water at 383 Kelvin if heat of reaction for the reaction, okay, this is the formation of water. Water is formed from hydrogen and the oxygen. So 1 mole of hydrogen and 1 half mole of the oxygen will give rise to water, liquid water. At 298 Kelvin is minus 298.06 kilojoule. The average values for heat capacities between two temperatures for hydrogen gas, oxygen gas and H2O water liquid are 27.61, 29.50, 75.31 joule per Kelvin per mole respectively. Okay, this is our problem. So whenever you want to solve the problem, always read the problem carefully. Okay, first step of solving problem is always read the problem carefully, then find out what is given in this problem, what are the quantities given, and third step, find out what is asked. First, read the problem carefully. Second, find out what are the given quantities in it, and third, what is asked. Okay. So in this problem, heat of reaction is asked, okay, at temperature 383 Kelvin. Okay, it means delta H2 is asked. Okay, this is our formula. If delta H for this reaction at 298 Kelvin, so this is the less temperature than this, it is given minus 298.06 kilojoule. Okay. Then what is given? Average values for heat capacities. Okay, this Cp value is given. Okay, for each molecule is given, and these are the 27.61, 29.50, 75.31 joule per Kelvin. Now let us write down given one by one so that picture will be clear to you. So let us write given values. So first, what is given? T1 is given. T1 temperature is 298 Kelvin. T2 is given. T2 temperature is 383 Kelvin. Then for this water formation reaction, heat of formation is given, that is delta H1 is given and its value is minus 298.06 kilojoule. Then heat of reaction at this temperature delta H2 is asked, and this is the question mark. We don't know, we need to find out this. Okay, next quantities, what is given? Heat capacities means Cp value given. Cp value for H2 is equal to 27.61 joule per Kelvin per mole. Next value, heat capacities for oxygen and Cp for water H2O. Okay, all these values are given. Let us write down one by one. 29.50 joule per Kelvin per mole. Next value is 75.31 joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, these three values are given. Delta H1 we know, T1 we know, T2 we know. Let us find out T2. Then use this formula. So what is formula? Now write down formula from Kirchhoff equation. Okay, so write down formula delta H2 minus delta H1 upon T2 minus T1, which is equal to delta Cp. Okay. Here this is the change in heat capacities, okay, which is equal to heat capacities of product minus heat capacities of the reaction. Delta H2 heat of reaction at temperature T2, delta H1 heat of reaction at temperature T1. So, below that write down where delta Cp is equal to heat capacity of product minus summation of heat capacities of reactant. So, let us write down. So, which is equal to heat capacity of product. In this case we have this product, so which is equal to Cp of water minus in square bracket heat capacity of the reactant Cp of hydrogen gas plus Cp of oxygen gas. Now look at here, here is 1 mole and here are half mole. Many students make mistake while solving this problem. So, here is half quantity, so we will take here as a half quantity. Clear? Now, let us put the value. What is value of Cp for water, which is equal to 75.31 minus Cp for hydrogen is 27.61 minus 1 half minus plus minus for oxygen value is 29.50 kilojoule per mole. Okay. If we simplify this value, then we get answer. Therefore, delta Cp is equal to the value for, I will write direct answer, it is equal to 32.95 its unit is joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, the value is joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, in kilojoule, if we convert that into kilojoule, okay, the value comes 32.95. How to convert into kilojoule? Okay, multiply by 1000 and divide by 1000. Okay, its value remains both same, joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, same. Okay, what I have done, I have multiplied and divided by same value, so its value is 1. Okay, it has no meaning in our problem. So, if we further solve it, then we get value which is equal to, if I consider this value is called as kilo. Okay, this stands for the kilo joule per mole, and what is remaining? 1 upon 1000. I have taken this 1000 as a k. I have replaced this 1000 word by k and 1 upon 1000 as it is, and this term as it is 32.95. 1 upon 1000. Okay, is this 1000? 1000 is nothing but 10 raised to 3. 1000 is nothing but 10 raised to 3. Okay, 1230. If I take this 10 raised to 3 on numerator side, upper side, then value becomes into 10 raised to minus 3 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Why I have convert this change in specific heat capacity value in kilojoule per mole? Because look at here, value of delta H1 heat of formation of the reaction, it is given in the kilojoule. So, your unit must be same throughout your problems. Now, we have got the value of delta Cp, change in specific heat capacity, delta H1 we know, T1, T2 we know. Let us put this value and simplify this problem. So, therefore, delta H2 minus, what is delta H1 value? It is minus 298 Kelvin, 298.06. So, I will write in square bracket 298.06 kilojoule upon T2 value is 383 minus, what is T1 value? It is a 298, which is equal to delta Cp, and delta Cp value just we have calculated, it is 32.95 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. Now, we need to simplify this denominator, then take this denominator to the right hand side, okay, and then take this side value to this right hand side. So, we will solve each step one by one. Therefore, it will be delta H2 plus the minus plus, which is equal to 298.06, and the value of this subtraction is 85. We will take this 85 to the right hand side, 85 into 32.95 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. How 85 comes here? Okay. I have done subtraction of this value 383 minus 298 is equal to 85. Then I have shifted this denominator to the right hand side. Okay. One step I have just keep. Okay. But you can understand this step. Now simplify this, just do this multiplication, then our answer will be delta H2, which is equal to, okay, its value is 2.80. If we do this multiplication and simplification, plus if I take to the right hand side, it will be minus, it will be 298.06, and the final answer is minus 295.26 kilojoule. So, this is our answer of our problem. Heat of reaction at temperature T2 is minus 295.26 kilojoule per mole. Okay. So, this is a very simple problem. So, let us discuss the second problem. In second problem, I have replaced the example with the HCl, formation of the HCl. So, problem number 2 is calculate the heat of formation of HCl at 398 Kelvin, at 348 Kelvin if heat of formation delta H for the reaction, this is the formation of HCl reaction, HCl is formed from hydrogen gas and the chlorine gas. So, 1/2 H2, 1/2 moles of hydrogen gas, it will combine with 1/2 moles of the chlorine gas and it will form HCl gas, hydrogen chloride gas. So, heat of formation at 298 Kelvin is minus 92.30, sorry, here is minus 92,300 joule. The average values for heat capacity is between two temperature for hydrogen, chlorine, HCl are 28.53, 32.26 and 28.49 joule per Kelvin per mole respectively. Now, let us put this value. Our T1 is 298 Kelvin, here 298 Kelvin, T2 is 348 Kelvin. Delta H1 heat of formation, okay, it is given, it is equal to minus 92,300 joule. Okay, and the delta H2 is asked, heat of formation at temperature T2 is asked to calculate. Okay, next given values is specific heat capacity for hydrogen, it is 28.53, for oxygen it is 32.26, for HCl it is 28.49 joule per Kelvin. Now, formula. So, according to the Kirchhoff equations, delta H2 minus delta H1 upon T2 minus T1 is equal to delta Cp. Okay, what is Cp? Delta Cp, it is the change in specific heat capacities. Okay, what is its value? Which is equal to summation of specific heat capacity of product minus summation of specific heat capacity of the reactant. Okay. So, let us put this value. So, Cp summation, now specific heat capacity of product it equal to Cp of HCl minus Cp of hydrogen and Cp of chlorine Cl2 gas. So, look at here, here is the 1/2 mole. So, the multiplication factor here is 1/2 and here it is also the 1/2. Now, let us put the values. Let us put its values. So, specific heat capacity for HCl is 28.49 minus specific heat capacity for hydrogen is 28.53 plus specific heat capacity for chlorine it is 32.26. Simplify this, okay, multiply by 1/2 to this value, then to this value, then do the addition and this subtract this value from this value. So, we get Cp value is equal to 1.91 joule per Kelvin per mole. Now, let us put this value in our formula, this formula. So, therefore, or you can write putting value of delta Cp in equation 1. You can give this number 1. Therefore, delta H2 minus delta H1 upon T2 minus T1 is equal to delta Cp. So, write down all the values. Delta H2 minus, what is value of delta H1? Heat of formation at temperature T1, it is minus 92,300 joule upon T2 value is 348 minus what is T1 value 298, which is equal to delta Cp value just we have calculated, it is 1.91. It is 1.91. Now, let us simplify this. If we simplify this, okay, subtract this and multiply 1.91 by this denominator, then we get delta H2 minus value will be plus 92,300, which is equal to 1.91 and its subtraction value is or here the final answer is given 1.91, 348 minus 298 and this value appears to be which is equal to 95.5. Therefore, delta H2 plus 92,300 is equal to this. Take this 92,300 to the right hand side, so it will be plus, will be minus, and the final value delta H2 is equal to minus 9395.5 joule. Okay, this is my final value. Okay, so these are the two problems. Please watch this video again if you have any misconception or if you have not understood any basic concept, then please watch it again and again. So, thank you for watching.